It's a pleasure to be here to present together with Marta the situation and the activities in the region of Catalonia. I'm from Eurecat, the Technology Center of Catalonia, and Marta Casadesús is from IEI, from IEI Textiles, the textile cluster of Catalonia. Okay, this is not the first. Let me go. Okay, yes. In this first slide, we can see some figures from both sectors. The numbers are from a few years ago, but I think it's enough to be able to have an idea of the sector size in the region. Textile in Catalonia represents a total of 7,000 million euros with a geographical distribution very focused around some cities, Mataró, Igualada, where if someone knows where they are. And the sector employs 1,900,000 people. Okay, the challenges of that the sector are facing are green and digital transformation, and also adapting to the new regulations of the EU on waste collection. The plastic sector in Catalonia represents a total of 350,000 million euros and employing 1,500,000 people. The challenges here are similar, are again adapting to the new legislation and also try to take profit of the great benefits of this material, but reducing the environmental impact. Okay, continue with the context. I want to mention some initiatives in Catalonia that shows the importance of this subject in the region. First, on the left part, the participation of the government of Catalonia in the Interreg project European Regions Towards Circular Economy. CIRCE is funded by this Interreg program, and it's helping the 8 region partners to improve their policy instruments through an exchange of the knowledge and experience. In the right part, there is also the Pacta per la Moda Circular, that is a Catalan agreement for circular fashion promoted by the Catalan government and involving all the actors from the whole value chain. Okay, all the actors, or some of the most important, and also small and medium enterprise, and also a technology center. This agreement wants to boost the transformation of the sector towards a circular model, and the deployment of this agreement will begin this year. In the middle, the global commitment. It's important for me to mention that the government of Catalonia participates in the new plastics economy global commitment that is led by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation in collaboration with the United Nations Environment Program, and has more than 500 organizations behind a common vision for the circular economy of plastics. Another initiative, this is something that we in Eurecat coordinate, is the Reimagine Textile in the textile sector, of course. These have 4 strategic axes, and the third one is has to do with sustainability and circular economy. Okay, this second slide shows some facts that gives some about the impact of this initiative. These numbers are not really updated, so as for today, they are higher. Okay, now let's move on the expertise and capabilities that we have in this field. Eurecat has different technology areas with deep knowledge and expertise in the technologies. Nevertheless, I want to highlight that our strengths come from our cross-cutting perspective and our ability to join the different technologies and our different knowledge to face together complex challenges. The areas related to circularity of plastic and textile that we are currently working on are from the one side, technologies for minimizing the waste in production. This means applying Industry 4.0 in production processes, sensing, acquiring the data and processing it with artificial intelligence tools to assure that the process is efficient from the sustainability point of view. And from the other side, a second block of technologies to assure the circularity. Okay, in the design phase, eco design and also new materials, bioplastics or bio additives. In production, the adaptation of the production processes to these new materials, also the recovery of the materials to reuse them again, and also assuring the optimal use and the impact assessment. Okay. These pictures show the different levels of material recycling. Sorry, it's in Catalan, but I think the most of the names could be easily translated. But in any case, it shows from the most simple recycling or the most simple material recycling, that is the reuse. Okay, in the right part of the chain. I don't know if you could see my pointer, but don't worry. In the right part of the chain, the most simple, that is the reuse, and is return the packaging, for example, and use it again. What is needed here is to make the design of this packaging that allow this. And it's from this more simple to the more sophisticated, that is an aggressive, let me say in that way, that is the pyrolysis. That is the chemical process to decompose the plastic in its oleofins and then to be able to produce new plastic again. Here in this picture, all the blue boxes are the ones where EuroCAT is currently working. I'm not going to enter in any of that because we have a few time. But what I'm going to do is to show you share with you some projects. The first one of the NanoPro applies nanotechnology to improve the surface features of the material, to make it more emptyable and better improve the recyclability. Okay. The second project that I show here is Urban Winds, that it's a project in the field of city waste. It involves 24 cities from 6 European countries. And this project compiles the best waste management practices to enable the development of the circular economy and create new legislative framework on European level, and to promote more efficient and sustainable and environmentally friendly cities. Okay, and the last project I want to share with you is Here Where, that aims to reinvent the fashion value chain based on sustainability parameters to answer the growing demand on designers and brands of circularity and sustainability. Okay, so to finalize my presentation, 2 slides to show what are our priorities for further developments, where we are now working. In the plastic area, chemical recycling, industrial symbiosis practices, decrease of CO2 emissions, adaptation of the industrial processes to the new recycled materials, and the depolymerization. And in the field of in the textile sector, from the one side, the textile waste valorization, it means sorting, chemical separation, foreign materials extraction, and so on. And also the textile waste minimization using smart manufacturing tools. And that's all from my side. Now I pass the floor to Marta to complement my presentation with the presentation of the textile cluster of Catalonia.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. First of all, thank you for the presentation, Elena and Maria Jose, and also thank you for the opportunity of being here today with all of you. My name is Marta Casasus, and I work in AEI Textiles. I'm going to present the capabilities and expertise of our cluster, the Catalan cluster of advanced textile materials in Catalonia region as well. And our objective today is to provide complementary information to that explained by Eurecat, detailing other initiatives that we are working in the same region. Okay. We are a cluster, as I have said, with a mission of bringing together Catalan companies and organizations related to the advanced textile materials sector to promote innovation and increase their competitiveness. We are working with these specific materials, which are the advanced textile materials, which are the ones that their functions are more important than its aesthetic. For example, in the photos, you can see some examples of them. I'm sure some of you are also working in one or some of these fields, like protective clothing, sports, medical, and so on. With other companies from all the productive stages in the textile value chain, so starting for the public administration, for example, but also with in the manufacture fibers, equipment, also on other services, and so on. I am going to explain it a little bit better now. Today, we are 8 professionals working in AE Textiles. We have 46 members. We are in 16 innovation projects, and we have reached 720,000 euros in financing for our members in 2021. Our strategic objective is to promote and follow up the companies of the sector in the process of innovation, encouraging the green transition and the digital transformation, which are the things that nowadays are most important for our companies. And we want to achieve these objectives with strengthening the cluster links with the European advanced textiles materials sector, doing technological and transversal training of cluster members, increasing visibility of the members at international level, promoting cross-sectorial innovation, connecting the cluster and its associated members, strengthen internal links and strategic alliances with relevant national and international stakeholders, and also accelerating strategic and technological capabilities in attract talent to drive innovation and resilient growth in the sector. The projects that we are working with help us to reach these objectives. And here you have some examples. Some of them you may know, and the other ones I am going to explain something about it right now. So, since now it's been 8 years promoting sustainability in the advanced textiles materials sector. And as I said, let's talk about our ongoing developments to hit us to the future steps. This will give an idea about how we work. And let's start with the DESTEX project. This text aims to reinforce creativity and design aspects into the textile engineering programs to unlock latent innovation potential. In this context, a MOOC was prepared and also hackathons were held, so 2 companies of our cluster could have fresh ideas for their issues related to sustainability. This is a methodology that was very helpful for them in order to come up with new solutions for their environmental issues. I am going to explain more examples. Another one, for example, is the intercluster sessions. It's something that the cluster wants to keep doing in the future because we have seen that are very useful. For example, those photos are in the PACTEX project frame. Intercluster sessions in this case were held between the textile and packaging sector in order to find solutions for our company's residues. As a result, synergies between the 2 sectors were found and new and sustainable projects have been created, mixing both textile and packaging. Apart from industrial symbiosis, in order to create know-how for our members, we promote eco-design and circular economy, as well as the substitution of hazardous chemicals. For example, here with Flarex and Midward, and the eco-design with these other projects that you can check if you like in their respective websites. In order to support the projects of the companies and give them visibility, as we say, that is one of the things that we aim to do with a cluster, we support members on the project preparation and management and give visibility to our partners in presentations. We support our members in accessing funds through the Catalan Waste Agency, for example, and others, of course, to boost their green transition. Also, we work at international level. A key aspect of the cluster is the networking. Thus, we are leading a cost action context aimed at connecting expertise from academia with industry at the Europe level, with more than 250 experts from 38 European countries. But collaboration does not end there. We also foster cross-sectoral collaboration with advanced manufacturing in order to boost the twin transition thanks to advanced technologies with ClamTex project, connecting textile with technology and improving our service portfolio in the cluster. And well, with this information, I reach the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and well, I hope that everything is clear. Thank you.
Thank you, Marta and Pepa, for your presentation. I don't know if there are questions, but in case, please write in the chat and we will discuss later on also, because we are running with time. Okay, we go directly to the other presentation from Friuli Venezia Giulia. Dottoressa Colautti, okay. I give the floor to you. Please try to remain in the 10 minutes.
Sure. I'll be quick. Well, good afternoon to everyone, and thank you for giving us this opportunity. Let me just share my screen, just 1 second. So, okay. Okay, can you see my presentation?
Perfectly.
Okay. So good afternoon, I'm Giovanna Colautti. I work as a project manager for internationalization and the EU projects for the cluster Regno Veneto Sistema Casa Friuli Venezia Giulia. And I would like to share with you our expression of interest in the textile and in these projects. So first of all, a few words about the regional context. We are the northeastern region of Italy, and made in Italy and design are key sectors in this region, especially in connection with the furniture industry. At the moment, there are many ideas of collaboration between the sectors of furniture and textile, and our cluster, being the cluster responsible for the wood and furniture sectors of the region, is also going to this direction. The cluster Legno, Arredo and Sistema Casa is the official consortium of the development of wood and furniture sector in this region, and it is recognized as an innovation cluster also by the regional government, and we offer different services to companies that are involved in these two sectors. At the moment, we had more than 500 companies involved in our activities, and the activities goes from giving out regional funds to companies, to certification, and to be involved in internationalization projects and EU projects. Our main theme of the topics that are more important for the cluster are promotion of innovation, twin transition, so digitalization and green transition, and the development of a circular economy. So at the moment we are focusing on these topics. We have already some projects going on with the textile industry. We are at the moment partner of the Reconcom project, which is a European funded project under the COSME program. And it is a project that aims at supporting the internationalization of European SMEs that are active in the recycle-based and composite production and technology development. So what we are doing, what we would like to do, is to create a circular system that goes from textile, furniture, and automotive sectors with the creation of new composite materials that then can be used in the same sectors from which they originated at the beginning. We are partnering with different clusters from all over Europe, and especially we are partnering with Tectera, which is a cluster based in France, which focuses on textile research, and also NTT, Next Technology Tecnotessile, a cluster based in Prato, who's also focusing on research on textile. In our region, so in Friuli Venezia Giulia, we are launching a new project which is called Innovation Platform. The idea is to create innovation centers to foster the development of companies in furniture, wood, and design sectors. There are going to be 4 platforms. At the moment, we launched the first one in Bruniera, which is a platform for technologies for the furniture sector. And the next one that will be launched is going to be on textile and upholstery. And this will be launched in May 2022, so very soon. And the idea is to put together companies coming from different sectors and to focus on common projects. Then we are going to have other 2 innovation platforms, one on sustainability and design, and the other one on wood and forestry. In this platform, especially in the one on textile and upholstery, the idea is to create, to promote innovation and the development on an interregional level between furniture, textile, and upholstery companies. We are going to do that by organizing events, workshops, laboratories, exchanges. We already started having some contacts with other clusters and organizations that in the textile sector that are going to be involved in these events in order to share capabilities and to develop common projects. Regarding what we like to focus on the future, We are open for two different activities. So on one side, the implementation of textile high-tech in the furniture sector with the target research study analysis on new recycle-based materials. And then the other idea is the creation of a pilot for a new wood fiber-based textile with the introduction of pioneering technologies from the textile sector in the manufacturing processes. Our region, Friuli Venezia Giulia, has a region with a lot of forests, so we have a lot of wood, and the idea is to create, implementing a shared project linking together furniture and textile. So I hope have been quick enough. This is my presentation. I would like to thank you for this time, and you have my email here, so please feel free to contact me for further details. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're perfect in time. And I think that we are already starting to integrate various materials, because we talk about textile from fashion, textile from furnitures, wood fiber-based textile. So there is lots on the table, but we will proceed to see what's on also in the other region. And I give the floor to Giacomo for the Lombardy region.
Thank you very much, Elena. Let me open the presentation in the right way. Voila, now I put the hat of the cluster AFIL, representing its regional textiles sector. So I have the honor and the responsibility to do that, but some of the companies that belong to this group are connected to the call. So in case there are questions or they want to intervene, it is possible, of course. So I will go straight to the point and skip all the activities of the cluster AFIL, the projects and so on, because the topic today is textiles recycling. Textiles is a very strong specialization of Lombardy region. It's a very, very important sector for the region in terms of employment, in terms of value added, in terms of capabilities and strategic assets. If we look at the employment and take the NACE2 classification, Lombardy is the biggest textile region in Europe in terms of employment. It is by far the first one in Italy. And in the territory, there are several, let's say, municipality areas for which textile is very, very important, and they are all specialized on something. So it's really an asset for the region. The regional government is investing a lot. There is a regional conference, a regional table at the moment on textile in the region. The region is participating to a Pact for Skill initiative at European level and many, many other. This is to say it's a clear supported specialization. Combine it with another specialization which we have in Lombardy, which is the specialization on advanced technology and machinery. So we have the opportunity to cross-fertilize one sector with another and to introduce in the textile sector maybe many advanced technologies and approaches that are common in many other industries, because we have suppliers and producers of machinery here. So we have built, and we are building more and more in Lombardy inside the AFIL cluster, a strategic and powerful group of companies, universities, associations, research organizations that are sharing a common vision for the future of textiles in Lombardy, in this case, especially in terms of sustainability and circular economy. And I would like to go one by one and to share the asset that we have here in terms of companies and of the group which is committed to this activity, to the one we are discussing here in Bangor. So belonging to the group, we have a number of textiles company. Let me mention them. We have Albini, which produces high quality fabrics, sustainable textile products. We have Alfredo Grassi producing high performance workwear and smart textiles. Paraná Tempotest is a company for producing indoor and outdoor textiles such as solar protection, nautical textiles, and so on. Centro Tessile Serico Sostenibile is a testing laboratory, mainly certifying and doing PPE certification. PL Italia is a company for workwear and high-performance textiles. Then we have Saati. In Saati, they produce technical textiles for screen printing, filtration, decoration. Santini is a well-known company for sportwear, for cycling especially. Then we have Radici Group, a very big group producing high-performance polymers, mainly technopolymers, and advanced textile solutions for multiple sectors. And they are also very focused on recycling of polymers, also of textiles polymers. Ratti is another regional company manufacturing printed textiles, plain and yarn dyed fabrics, processing of silks, synthetics and artificial fibers. We have Centrocoat in the group. Centrocoat is a testing and certification laboratory. They release OECO, TEX, and PPE certification. It's also a multi-lab for supporting closed and open loop recycling. In Centrocoat Dion, the M3P platform for industrial symbiosis. Innovab is a testing and research center doing testing services, technical and scientific advice, also for biomaterials. Then Polytechnico di Milano, we go to the research and academia side. Polytechnico di Milano, it's a university, you know, and in Polytechnico we find technologies for in general and for textiles, but also especially the part of industrial design and redesign applied to textile. You know that Milano is the fashion town in Lombardy and in Europe a little bit. CNR STIMA. CNR is the National Research Council of Italy. There is an institute in Lombardy doing research on functionalized textiles, but also advanced technologies for textiles, machinery and processes, and research on circular business models. They have, and we have labs and pilot plants. University of Bergamo is committed in chemical recycling processing technologies. And finally, we have in the group Sistema Moda Italia and Confindustria, which are associations representing the national and local industrial policies and services in the textile sector. So I really wanted to cite all of these companies because I think we have to share what we have and to share exactly the expertise and the capabilities. We are trying to make this group aligned on a common vision. And the group already met several times in the last months. And this is a little bit the result in terms of priorities that the group is willing to address. Once again, at the first point, the priority is recycling technologies and recycling plant. Thermomechanical and especially chemical recycling, looking also at sorting separation through innovative technologies. Why that? Because we have a number in Europe, but also in Lombardy, of research results in terms of technologies for recycling, but we have no implementation. We have no network of plants doing recycling. And in the region, we have to build very soon a recycling capacity network. So this is one of the first priorities. Then the group is committed in working in sustainable product and processes. Digital platform is another important point. So digital platform, in particular for industrial symbiosis and for the orchestration of the circular value chain in the region. Design for circular economy, very important. Eco-design, smart and modular design, the increase of textile lifespan, these are all topics. Another priority is dealing with new circular business models for textiles, which can be enabled by digital technology. Standards for certification, especially for biodegradable and biocompostable textiles. And finally, training is another priority. I already cited the Path for Skills initiative, in which the Lombardy region is committed at the moment. So this is a bit, let me say, general, but these are very clear priority areas which we are ready to address, and beyond each of these layers, we are elaborating subtopics, projects. Consider that all the actors mentioned in the list above, they already have ongoing initiative projects, they have their own pilot plans in some cases. So this is the asset. We would like to do all that considering the regional smart specialization. Very important in Lombardy is the e-textiles topics for wearable technology topics, workwear and sportwear, as you could see also from the companies. Multifunctionalization of the textile surfaces for technical application. These are a bit specialization, high added value applications that we have, and they also pose challenges in the recycling and circular economy. We would like not to consider the textile sector per se, but connected with multiple value chains that we have in the region. And finally, I already mentioned we would like to link the textiles with the capability that we have on advanced technologies. Let me also say as a final point that here, as in many, I would say in all European regions, we are targeting the establishment of an EPR scheme, Extended Producer Responsibility Scheme. And maybe one opportunity we have here in Vanguard is to come to something which is a bit homogeneous. Otherwise, we risk that every region and every local system develops its own scheme and its own processes and technologies, and then we are not able anymore to be connected in order to make economies of scales in Europe. So I have run a little bit, but this is just a short introduction. And then we are available, especially the companies that are connected here with us, with the cluster, for any further question maybe at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Giacomo. Okay, I think that also the last slide was very, very significant also for the discussion later on as approach to be used in Vanguard.